Hi there, this is Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not believe in astrology but who cannot wait to hear their February forecast. These are some renovation works that are done on the apartment downstairs, and this is indeed your forecast for February 2025 for Sagittarius. Before I move on to talk about your sign, let me play you a very short video where I talk about the astrology of February in general. If you've already heard about it, just skip to the next section. Notice the background? This is the apartment that we just started renting and are renovating now. But this is not why I'm filming here. I'm filming it here because this is the perfect metaphor for where we are in the beginning of 2025 astrologically. Now, I love the astrology of 2025-2026, although it contains a frankly scary and confusing conjunction of Saturn and Neptune. But what I love about it is that by the end of 2026, we will be in a completely new era. I will get into it more in the summer months when the glimpses of this new era will be more present with us. But it's kind of like this apartment, you know, the new apartment will be here. It's just impossible to say at the moment how exactly it will be different from the old apartment that was here before we deconstructed everything. So in January, we were mostly dealing with old stuff or with the consequences of what happened in 2024. And in February, we begin kind of the same way. Mars is still retrograde. The super slow planets that take years to move through just one sign, they are all, except for Pluto, still in the old signs. They will move to new signs in the summertime. But things start picking up slowly, very much like our renovation plans. We still need to do some work on what is here, you know, getting rid of something, cleaning up a little bit. But then the new things will slowly start becoming more and more important. So what are we looking at? Venus, the planet of beauty and pleasure and love, moves from Pisces to Aries on the 4th of February. This is a bit of a downgrade for her, but a very useful one. Two slow planets that I keep talking about, Saturn and Neptune, will move into Aries and will form an extremely important and influential conjunction there. It is not an easy one, but it has a lot of potential. And Venus, because of its retrograde, in the next 2 months, it will be crossing it 2 times and then again in May. And it will start giving us clues. Specifically, it will start giving us clues about what could there be in this area of your chart, where the beginning of Aries is, that is so beautiful and so worthy and so valuable and so seductive probably, that you wouldn't mind doing the work that Saturn and Neptune will require you to do later on. Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, is ending its retrograde, goes direct also on the 4th. It will need a bit of time to pick up speed, but in general, now it is more powerful than ever since it entered Gemini in the last summer. So if you were a little bit disappointed with the performance of Jupiter in Gemini, this is the time when it can redeem itself. We also have a bombastic full moon in Leo on the 12th. We have a curious, gentle, and kind of very nice new moon in Pisces on the 28th. On the 24th, Mars goes direct, and new things will start popping up here and there from then on. Lucky Jupiter is floating in your solar house of important relationships, which means that you are lucky in those relationships. What is changing this February is that this luck will grow. Why? Because previously, Jupiter was constrained by Saturn, and starting around now, Saturn and Jupiter are moving apart, and the aspect between them is weakened, so Jupiter has more freedom to play with you more. And it's also ending its retrograde and turning direct on the 4th of February, so it will be twice as powerful, which means this is the time to get especially optimistic about relationships. If you want to meet someone, then go out and talk to people, participate in interesting, exciting activities, travel. If your long-term relationship lacks passion, then also participate in interesting and exciting activities or travel together. But also talk dream, share visions of future that you find attractive and exciting. Frankly, it's also a nice time to leave a relationship that is not good for you. So Jupiter is all about freedom and excitement and aspiration. It doesn't want you to settle. It wants you to be excited about your partnerships. Interestingly, the most important aspect of 2025 and 2026, the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in Aries, falls into your fifth solar house of romance and joy. And sure, this is also the house of creativity and children. So, sure, if you are an author or an artist, yes, you may take on an extremely inspired but also difficult project. Or maybe, I don't know, you get yourself a third child and you will be also inspired but also extremely sleep deprived. But what if it is about romance? What if you're not seeing something there? What if you have to put in some effort to, I don't know, rewire your brain and teach yourself to approach romance differently? This month, while Venus will be testing the waters, or more like sparkles of Aries sign, you will start getting clues about what it is, what you may want to have in this area of life. You don't even have to do the work yet. Just allow yourself to be charmed with an idea or an image. Develop a relationship with that. Ideally, by summer, you will get an idea of what it is that you like and it would enjoy so much that you are also ready to work for it. It may also be something about having fun. If it is, then in 2025, 2026, you will have to earn your right to party. But before you start the earning, it's a nice idea to get an idea of what you think a good party is. Mars will be going back and forth in your house of psychologically charged topics. So you may deal with some deep shit and feel some strong emotions. And it may feel like it's going nowhere, but it's not. After Mars ends its retrograde and moves direct on the 24th, you will be ready to start letting go slowly. Weirdly, it can also be about receiving funding. If it is, then prepare before the 24th, strike after the 24th. Full moon in Leo on the 12th is amazing if you have some unique skill set or point of view. Why? Because it may give you an opportunity to get more media attention to it, to attract some media attention. Or you may have a bright, exciting moment with culture or education. New moon in Pisces on the 28th is sweet, and it can also be a nice turning point where you consolidate everything you have done in home and for the family and with the family this February, and you turn a new leaf and you plan for something new, maybe with a partner, maybe not. But the key here is to look not back but forward. With this, I am leaving you to live your best February. And if you have questions, ask them in the comment section. Consider subscribing so you don't miss the next videos. See you then, Sagittarius.